Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
Welcome to this week's edition of World Crisis Radio. Webster Tarpley speaking to you here from Washington, D.C., and the time has flown, and this is now our Christmas program. We're recording here on Friday, the 19th of December, and this will be the Christmas show. We'll have another one next Saturday between the years, but this is the Christmas program. We'll try to do justice to that. So first of all, however, one of the main things you've got to do, right? Feed the hungry, clothe the naked, house the homeless, visit the sick, visit prisoners. And prisoner is now our friend Reverend Edward Pinkney. The trial was a monstrosity, and we've documented the collusion among corrupt witnesses, people who essentially lied during the voir dire, the screening of the jury, said that they weren't all one clique, and it turns out they were. It was a clique, and it involved the sheriff and the county commissioner. And now we've had the sentencing this past Monday, the 15th of December. Pinkney was sentenced to 30 to 120 months in prison. That is to say, from about 2.5 years to approximately 10 years. It's a monstrosity. He was not allowed to remain free on appeal. He was immediately handcuffed and taken to a state prison facility, Jackson, Michigan. And it was then held incommunicado in solitary confinement for a couple of days. Now, we're not even sure that he's out of that. We're trying to get Pinkney on this program today, but in order to do that, we've got to essentially go through the warden and the prison bureaucracy. So we're not sure. We started that some time ago now, some minutes ago, but we're not sure whether that's going to work. We will, in any case, devote a significant part of the second hour to the Pinkney case and what people need to do about that. And that involves, at this point, above all, publicity and fundraising to help to mount an appeal. And I'm especially reaching out to international journalists, people who are shocked by what's going on in the United States and would like to get to a case which is absolutely straightforward in what it represents. So as one commentator, I think Pinkney himself or somebody close to him said, this idea is 30 months, that's good behavior. That means you shut up. 120 months, 10 years in prison, that's if you don't shut up. So it's outrageous. Now, I want to say everyone who participated in the Pinkney mobilization should be absolutely proud of what was accomplished. The impact was significant. We were told that the prosecutor had actually aimed at a 25-year sentence. That was the life sentence that we talked about originally. But prosecutor Sepik, or Septic, as we call him, has fallen short. And we can continue that process. Remember that Pinkney is the leading public opponent in large parts of Michigan, from all the way over in the west in Benton Harbor, all the way into Detroit and beyond. He's the big public enemy number one of this Michigan neo-fascist regime set up by the banks with Snyder, the governor, Upton, the congressman out there in the southwest corner, or the emergency manager who has just finished looting Detroit. Whirlpool Corporation, very big out there in western Michigan. So Go back to the OSCE, go back to the foreign ministries, go back to the Organization of American States. Tell them the U.S. ambassadors have got to be called in, and now you demand explanations. Because before, we were warning of terrible events to come. Now, the sentencing, this monstrous frame-up has taken another big step forward. And, of course, it's important to make Judge Schrock, Prosecutor Sepik, Sheriff Bailey, County Commissioner Tyler, they should all know that the world is watching them. The whole world is watching, we said at the corner of Michigan Balboa in August of 1968. And that's got to be the case for this clique. Now, the line coming from the what can we say? The repressive, reactionary forces is that anyway, that Pinckney is a repeat offender. He's an incorrigible criminal. And what do we find here? This is from the local TV, WSBT TV. They're in Berrien or Barbarian County, Michigan. Pinckney's lengthy criminal past had an impact on his sentencing. His first run-in with the law was 1988 for assault with a dangerous weapon out of California, followed in 1990 by a theft conviction out of St. Louis, Missouri. 1999, Berrien County, convicted of embezzlement. 2007, 4 felony counts for violating election law, and now 5 felonies for election forgery, 12 forgeries, 9 of them connected to voting. Well, let's put that in perspective. Those are counts, and those the Berrien County ones, the 9 of them are frame-up counts. Now, I've also got to bring in on this, one of the accusers now of Pinckney is one of the most odious characters here in Washington. And I'm talking about Hans von Spakovsky of the Heritage Foundation. And I'm going to tell you about the Spakovsky in just a minute, right? Because this, if you're being accused by this guy, this is truly a badge of honor. You've seen him. He's been on C-SPAN. He's been on various reactionary, Fox News type programs. But Spakovsky is the great anti-voter fraud exponent, right? He's a leading xenophobe, right? Von Spakovsky, his parents came here in the 50s as displaced persons, DPs from the war in Europe, but now he's interested in keeping others out. This very, what can we say, deplorable reflex that certain immigrant groups show, right? You get in and then you pull up the ladder. Well, sorry. So anyway, here we have the indictment of Pinckney at the hands of von Spakovsky and Jason W. Snead, S-N-E-A-D. We'll find out about him for next week's program. But the famous one is von Spakovsky. So the idea is that there's a wave of voter fraud, the typical Republican argument, and Pinckney is the leading edge of the wave of voter fraud. And this you can find in a publication called The Daily Signal. And as I say, von Spakovsky is a top senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, Edwin Meese III Center for Legal and Judicial Studies, and he's the manager of the Heritage Foundation Election Law Reform Initiative. So the Pinckney case has gotten high-level attention from a top reactionary torpedo is out there attacking Pinckney. Now, let me just refer to some of this stuff. Remember, under real Michigan law, these so-called forgery counts are misdemeanors. That's one of the appeals for appeal. There's also the question of Pinckney is accused of buying votes at $5 each at a soup kitchen. Oh, my God. The Republic is in danger. We'll be back in a minute on this one, on World Crisis. Go.
Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. Now is the time to secure Ancient Defense for you and your family. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Time waits for no one. That's why you should hurry to not miss the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Go to freezedryguy.com or call 866-404-3663 to receive 20 to 25% off Mountain House freeze-dried foods. Mountain House, the gold standard in long-term storage products, include real freeze-dried meats, entrees, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. Yes, 20 to 25% off now. Also receive 30% off other selected Mountain House foods and receive 30% off selected Packaway brand dehydrated foods. Just call 866-404-3663 and ask for the Freeze Dry Guy. Plus long-range patrol ration eggs and ham at superb discounts. But these are extremely hard to find and nearly gone, so call today. Ask about our LRP ice cream bars too. Some items limited to stock on hand. And remember, the Freeze Dry Guy pays for shipping to your door within the lower 48 states. Order now. Don't miss out on the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GC.
Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. It's the 19th of December as we're putting on our Christmas show here. We will be somewhat more Christmassy here, but we're at the heart of the Christmas message here, as I tried to argue before. Now, Fun Spakovsky, and whether this guy is from nearer Pomerania or far